Hello class, this is my second video, part 2 of the Duccio's Maetra Alterpiece discussion. This here is the back half that I was talking about earlier. This back half actually represents the entire life of Jesus and his crucifixion and his different types of struggles and journeys that he went through, as on the front of the artwork it represented told the story of the Virgin Mary, before, during, and after. Yeah, before, during, and after the death of Christ. Same kind of setup with the 1, 2, 3. You got the step here, the parabola, showing smaller images, and then here you have top images over here as a representation of the Last Supper. But in particularly, the most important part is this piece right here in the middle. Let me see if I can try to enlarge that for you. That's the first. So it's more better picture. I'm going to discuss this two sections right here. So this is like a close-up of one of the section in the middle, the bottom half. What's important in particular is here you have Jesus meditating with God, and then here you have Jesus talking to his disciples, telling them to wait for him as he participates in this silent meditation with God. And then here it's kind of separated by the golden halos over top, but this just represents another time of them being asleep while they're waiting for Jesus. These three trees do repeat themselves in this other half of the photo. See how you have 1, 2, 3 tree, and then you have 1, 2, 3 in this top part as well. And this top part represents the betrayal of Jesus with Judas, and how he gave him the kiss to let the Romans know that, hey, this is Christ. And then you'll see Peter right here cutting off someone's ear. It's very vivid. You can see the blood and everything. And then you see the followers going away from Jesus, trying to get out of the way. And then in the next top scene, perfect, you have 1, 2, 3 cross. So it is said that with the trees, with the 1, 2, 3 trees, and then the 1, 2, 3 having of the cross, they're supposed to be connected, but they don't say how, why, or where. I believe that the 3 trees and the 3 cross represents the Trinity, because the number 3 represents Trinity. And I don't know about Catholic or any other Christian denominations, but I do know in my particular denomination, which is Pentecostal, we believe that the 3 Trinities is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The things being symbolic and representing the story of Christ and the Virgin Mary as well. This section right here is considered a double height scene with the crucifixion. It is also, the entire backside is also considered to be a continuous narrative, which means that it's more than one moment going on at a time. I guess the vision of Duccio was to figure out how he can create different scenes and then unify them into one, while also making them making the portraits legible, easy, to be seen, read. My personal likes and dislikes. For the likes, I love the detail work of the art. Of course, I'm attracted to the gold. I love the complete story. It feels complete to me, and it feels real. I like the unity, how it's one piece, but it still tells a different story in a certain order. The dislikes would be like, in particular, the way how baby Jesus looks too much like an adult. Like the facial features are too hard for a child. He doesn't look childlike. But in turn, I think that that's the whole focal point. He's not supposed to be, or of course he's supposed to be a baby, but obviously the way he was manifested, he's wise beyond his years, and that picture definitely shows that he looks like a grown little man in that picture. I don't know, grown little man kind of throws me off a little bit, but the picture as a whole, the experience, I love it. Where it shows Jesus coming into Jerusalem on a donkey, and then you have the people gathered around, coming in closer just to view this Jesus Christ who's supposed to save us. And that in terms represent reverse perspective, because in the picture the closer crowd starts off small, and then the larger crowd is bigger. So like the people in the background resembles bigger. Also, like, otherwise it's a very beautiful piece. It tells the biblical story as it would in the Bible. Oh, also there is, oh, I'm sorry, I lost my point. But in that portrait, when Jesus was coming to Jerusalem and he's riding on a donkey, in that section of the portion, he's also the largest figure of that. And it kind of reminded me of the Egyptian times when the kings and the pharaohs were the largest figure to represent importance. So I'm not sure if Duccio's inspiration was from the stem of the Egyptian art, or maybe it just could be one of those things where great minds think alike. It's a description at the bottom of the portrait on the front side, which you can't see it. It's something you will have to, I guess, see in person, but it's encrypted at the bottom, and it says, "Holy Mother of God, be the cause of peace to Cinna and to the life of Duccio, because he has painted thee thus." I take that as because they dedicated this artwork to her for saving their city-state against Florence. Mother of God, please pretty much bless the hands that prepared this painting, because we are dedicating it to you. So that's it for my discussion. I hope I was helpful to someone. I hope I cleared some things up. I hope that I did not confuse anybody, but it was a lot of detail to discuss in this portrait. You guys have a good weekend. Look forward to your feedback.